Manufacturing and Trade Inventories and Sales, April 2020. For release at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time, Tuesday, June 16, 2020. Statement regarding COVID-19 impact. Due to recent events surrounding COVID-19, many businesses are operating on a limited capacity or have ceased operations completely. The Census Bureau has monitored response and data quality and determined estimates in this release meet publication standards. For more information on the compilation of this month's report, see COVID-19 FAQs. June 16, 2020, the U.S. Census Bureau announced the following new manufacturing and trade statistics for April 2020, business inventories. April 2020, $1,981.2 billion. Minus 1.3%. March 2020, revised, $2,007 billion. Minus 0.3%. Next release, July 16, 2020. Sales. The combined value of distributive trade sales and manufacturers' shipments for April, adjusted for seasonal and trading day differences but not for price changes, was estimated at $1,184.8 billion, down 14.4% plus or minus 0.2% from March 2020 and was down 18.4% plus or minus 0.3% from April 2019. Inventories. Manufacturers and trade inventories for April, adjusted for seasonal variations but not for price changes, were estimated at an end-of-month level of $1,981.2 billion, down 1.3% plus or minus 0.1% from March 2020 and were down 2.2% plus or minus 0.4% from April 2019. Inventories sales ratio. The total business inventories sales ratio based on seasonally adjusted data at the end of April was 1.67. The April 2019 ratio was 1.39. General information. The May 2020 Manufacturing and Trade Inventories and Sales Report is scheduled for release on July 16, 2020. View the full schedule in the Economic Briefing Room, www.census.gov/economic-indicators/. Notice of Revision, revised historical data from the manufacturer's shipments, inventories, and orders M3 survey were released on May 15, 2020 and are reflected in this report. Explanatory notes. Reliability of estimates. The sampling variability for retailers and merchant wholesalers can be used to construct a 90% confidence interval for the estimates. Over all possible samples, 90% of such intervals will cover the true estimate. These intervals are given in parentheses for the estimates on the front page. If, for example, the estimate is up 0.8% and the margin of sampling error is plus or minus 1.2%, the 90% confidence interval is minus 0.4% to plus 2.0%. If the range contains 0, it is uncertain whether there was an increase or decrease. Measures of reliability for retail and wholesale sales and inventory levels and changes are included in the detailed monthly press releases for those industries. Manufacturers do not contribute to estimates of sampling variability because the manufacturer's mail panel is not a probability sample from a known frame and standard errors of the industry estimates cannot be calculated. Estimates from all three surveys are also subject to non-sampling errors, which can arise in any stage of the survey. Such errors include coverage error, failure to accurately represent all population units in the sample, response errors, coding errors, and non-response. Although no direct measurement of these errors has been obtained, precautionary steps were taken in all phases of the collection, processing, and tabulation of the data to minimize their influence. Description of the survey. The manufacturing and trade inventories and sales estimates are based on data from three surveys: the monthly retail trade survey, the monthly wholesale trade survey, and the manufacturer's shipments, inventories, and orders survey. Data for the wholesale and manufacturing sectors are unrevised from the most recent monthly wholesale trade report and the full report on manufacturer's shipments, inventories and orders. Data from the retail sector is revised and presented in more detail from the most recent Advanced Economic Indicators report. For more information on these surveys, see the links below: www.census.gov/retail/ www.census.gov/wholesale/ and www.census.gov/manufacturing/M3/. Resources. Quarterly Services Survey. Did you know? Services make up roughly 2/3 of the personal consumption expenditures component of the U.S. gross domestic product (GDP) measured by the Bureau of Economic Analysis (B). Quarterly Services Survey (QSS) revenue data is the largest input into what is commonly referred to as consumer spending. Learn about historical revenue trends for certain industries going back 15 years and other data, such as inpatient days and discharges for hospitals, by visiting https://www.census.gov/services/index.html. API. The Census Bureau's application programming interface lets developers create custom apps to reach new users and makes key statistics more accessible than ever before. www.census.gov/developers/Fred mobile app. Receive the latest updates on the nation's key economic indicators by downloading the Fred app https://fred.stlouisfed.org/fred-mobile/ for both Apple and Android devices. Fred, the signature database of the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, now incorporates the Census Bureau's 13 economic indicators. Table 1. Estimated monthly sales and inventories for manufacturers, retailers, and merchant wholesalers. In millions of dollars. Table 2. Percent changes for sales and inventories, manufacturers, retailers, and merchant wholesalers. Table 3. Estimated monthly retail sales, inventories, and inventories sales ratios, by kind of business. In millions of dollars.